We live in an era that is anti-human. The Ethics and Public Policy Center is a community of scholars that's dedicated to promoting a full and a true account of human nature, and then operationalizing that understanding of human nature and human dignity, both in culture and in policy. What we're doing at EPPC is trying to get every one of our man-made laws to reflect the truth about the human person.
It seems hard to believe that it's been only 10 years since Ernest Lefevre sent out his prospectus for the center, a center that was to focus on the political and international issues of our time in what should have been an ordinary but was in fact a revolutionary way.
The Ethics and Public Policy Center was unique at the time of its founding. There were many think tanks in the middle and late 1970s, but none that was explicitly bringing religiously informed moral reasoning to bear on public policy.
We're coming at our work firmly rooted in timeless truths, and I think that gives us an advantage. So we're not blowing with the wind. We know where we stand.
I think it can always be tempting to jump from one political bandwagon to the next one you see. I think that our success over the decades has been because we haven't. We have been steadfastly faithful to our mission.
What really stands out about EPPC is that it is rooted in a set of commitments. It's easy to say what EPPC stands for, and that's as true now as ever.
The big question of our day, I think, is what does it mean to be a human being?
The Ethics and Public Policy Center is a place that addresses that crisis of who we are in ways that policymakers can understand. That makes EPPC more essential today than it was at its founding.
Movements that are developing successfully are movements that take ideas and put them into action. EPPC has really made it a priority to operationalize their principles.
There's an integrity, and yet there's also a creativity and a strategic mindset that says, all right, these are the challenges we face, now what?
There's both a public side and a private side to our scholars' work. Our scholars will testify before Congress, they'll be quoted in major media, but there's also the private work. It's often more difficult, more time-consuming, which is working with legislators and policymakers to craft laws and policies and develop strategy.
We're unique that from the beginning, we've always had programs for religious communities, for religious leaders. We have scholars here who their primary audience are pastors and priests or rabbis. It's meant to be a very holistic response to the challenges of the 21st century.
It's a conservative think tank that isn't partisan. EPPC seeks to find the truth and express the truth in a generous, thoughtful, and clear manner.
We modeled then, and we modeled now, a way of thinking together about how we ought to live together that aims to serve the common good. That's a rare thing in Washington at any time, and I think we have embodied that for a half a century.
The most important thing that I have to do as president is to recruit and mentor the next generation of socially conservative, religiously orthodox, politically, civically minded scholars ready for whatever the next ideological challenge is going to be.
It is a place where a young person can find a way as a scholar to influence the direction of our culture and politics.
I joined EPPC back in 2021, coming out of the last Trump administration. I think EPPC took a chance on me. I was a young mom. I had just had my first baby in June of 2020, and I can really imagine no other place where I would be able to prioritize and live out the vocation of full-time motherhood and also engage in the policy work that I do. So without EPPC allowing that, there would be no tech exit book, there would be no model state laws on social media. It just wouldn't have happened.
It's been amazing to be at EPPC during this stage of my family life with young children. I have freedom and autonomy to develop a project and work on issues that are important to me. A lot of think tanks and other organizations promote pro-life and pro-family values, but EPPC truly lives it out.
The Ethics and Public Policy Center has been absolutely crucial to the building of the conservative mind and the construction of conservative arguments over the course of the last half century. I don't want to think of that half century without EPPC.
EPPC's original mission matters today because religiously informed moral argument in the public square always matters.
Ultimately, EPPC stands for the moral foundations of the American political project.
I am extremely confident that EPPC will be able to thrive well into the next few decades. They're always a little bit ahead of the curve. It's a really rich, diversified, thoughtful, creative, engaging, independent, and courageous group of people.